Hello, I'm Kelly, the event director for Southampton Fast Triathlon, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of the event and go through the event guide and race brief. So if you haven't managed to read the event guide, stick some headphones in, listen away to this presentation. Hopefully it'll give you all the information you need. You can always refer back to my.challenging.events. And there you will find all of the information that you need to know about the event. So you'll get your time when you've got to start, your race number will be there. You've got links through to the results when they go up, links through to your photographs, links to this video, links to the event guide. You can make changes there should you wish to change your address, and you can make transfers if you want to transfer your event to somebody else, but they close on Wednesday. So let's get started. This is what we're going to talk about. So the venue is Applemore Leisure Centre, really easy to find. Your sat nav, Google Maps will get you there. It's on the edge of Dibdin Purlieu. The main road takes you there, and it's off a couple of roundabouts, very close to the Tesco's. There is free parking in the leisure centre. You'll need to use the second gate to get into that free parking. If it's full, there's Tesco's just over the road. Do follow the marshal's directions because they'll be there just to manage the gates. There are plenty of changing rooms and lockers available. I think the lockers are £1, but I'm not 100% sure. Make sure you've got some change with you. So timings for the day. Registration opens at 6:30, depending on the weather, whether it be just inside the leisure centre or outside under the covering. Transition will then open at 6:35 for everybody that's registered. 7 o'clock, the first group will start the swim, so they need to be on poolside 10 minutes before for the race briefing. And then we think 7:30, maybe a little bit before, the first group of swimmers will be on the bike course. Then we think the first group of runners will be on the run course at 8 o'clock, and the last group to start will be 9:30, and then we think everybody will be finished at 11. So it's a good idea to roughly know your timings if you've got family members that might be coming to watch. Presentations, we have first, second and third overall, and then we have age group winners. If you've won overall, then we remove you from the age group eligibility. It just means that somebody else gets a chance to take a trophy home. Presentations will happen when that last finisher crosses the line. At registration, so it's 6:30 outside the leisure centre or just inside, you'll be given your race pack. You will be asked to know what your number is, which you can find at my.challenging.events. And first of all, you'll be given a form to complete. So there'll be one desk with forms and pens, natural competitor responsibility statement. So read that form, complete it, and then hand it to the team at registration, who will give you your race pack. In your race pack will be your large bib number. That's to be worn on the back or on the front, on the back for the bike, the front for the run. A good idea is to have a race belt. If you forget your race belts, there's some on sale at registration for £8. You get your security wristband that you must wear to go in and out of transition. You'll have your helmet and bike stickers, day license. If you're not a Triathlon England member, you would have automatically bought your day license, which can be downloaded from my.challenging.events. We don't need to see that because we know that everybody that isn't a British Triathlon member would have bought their day license. If you are a British Triathlon member, we'll talk about that in a minute, you need to bring your license with you. And you'll get a coloured swim hat, and that depends on your wave. You will need ID to collect your race pack because we have to know who is racing. It's got to be you picking up your pack and you racing on your number. Your British Triathlon membership. So if you've ticked the box, say I'm a British Triathlon member, you wouldn't have bought your day licence because your membership covers that. We have to see your valid membership card, whether that be a picture on your phone or your actual hard plastic card. If you forget it for some reason or it's out of date, you will need to pay £5 for your license. So transition, be prepared, opens at 6:35. Little tip, before you go into transition, put all your numbers on your bike. So you'll have one number to go on the bike just under the handlebars on the front stem, so we can match the bike up with the person's. Put the sticker on there, and then a sticker on the front of your helmet. Put on your wristband, And then when you go into transition, the marshals there will be checking that your helmet is safe. So make sure your helmet is done, put on and done up, and they'll just make sure that it's tight enough. And they will then check your bar ends. So if you've got a drop handlebar bike, so the handlebars go like this, you'll need the bar ends, the stoppers in the ends of your handlebars. They can't have an open hole. Acts like an apple core if you were to fall off. So you must have bar ends. There's no numbered racking. You'll be racked in your wave, so look for your number wave. No cycling at all in transition, and only competitors can come in transition. You can't ask a family member to come in. So you'll get your little space. It's 4 bikes racked to one side of the racking. Don't take up all of the racking, just choose your small space. When you've racked your bike, please go careful, because the race will be live, because we'll be starting waves off from 7 right the way through to 4 to 10. So there'll be people coming and going all the time. So just be aware of what's happening around you. And when you finish the race and you go and get your bike, to get into transition, to get your bike, you'll need to show your wristband. And then once you've collected your bike and all of your equipment to leave, the marshal will check that your bike with the bike sticker on matches the big bib number on you and your wristband, and then also matches your bike helmet. So please, when the marshals say, "Can I check your numbers?" you have all out ready for them to check. And that's what we've just said. Okay, so it's the event's under British Triathlon rules. It's always worth familiarising yourself with the rules. So just a couple to highlight. There are no large boxes or bags at all in transition. There are lockers to use, or you can put your stuff in your car. So go and set yourself up and then remove everything that you don't need and go and put it elsewhere. No mobile phones to be used in transition, and you can't mark your area. So no talcum powder arrows or big helium balloons to mark your area. When you finish the race, 200 metres out, or as you turn the corner to come up the finish line, please make sure your tri-suits are done up to the top. Absolutely no littering at all. If you can't bear to carry your empty gel packet to the finish line, please hand it to a marshal. But if you're seeing littering at all on the course, it's an instant disqualification, because littering is just a no-go, thank you. So you get on your bike after the mount line, and then you get off of your bike before the dismount line. No drafting on the course. So drafting is basically riding on the back of somebody's wheel. You're riding in their slipstream. You do save energy by riding in somebody's slipstream. So not only is it dangerous if we have groups of cyclists riding around the course, it's also cheating. So please do not do it. If you don't understand the rules, the basic way of explaining it is that you've got to have 2 minis in between yourself and the bike in front. If you can't fit 2 minis in there, you need to make a decision. Drop back so you can fit 2 minis in there, or speed up and go around that cyclist and overtake. You've got 20 seconds to go and overtake. There will be draft busters out there looking for drafting. You can get a penalty if you're seen doing it once. Seen doing it again, it's a disqualification. Or if you're deliberately doing it, it is a disqualification. So please do not draft. So the event is chip timed. That will be worn on your left ankle. You'll get a wristband. I haven't got one fortunately here to show you, but you get an ankle band. You thread the chip on the ankle band and you put that around your ankle. It's Velcro. Another little top tip is to use a safety pin as well to safety pin it on, because then there's no chance of losing it. If for some reason you stop the race, you might have a puncture, or I don't know, you just might not want to continue, please make sure you hand your chip back at the finish line and let us know that you've retired, because we don't want to be going to look for you around the forest, but actually you're at home having your roast dinner. So do please let us know that you've retired. If you lose your chip, it's £50 to replace that chip. So safety pin is top tipped as well. The results will be online on our website, Challenging.Events, and then there's a result page at the top as soon as the race finishes and we found decent Wi-Fi to upload them. But they will be available certainly by 7 o'clock Sunday evening. So the swim, you have to be there 15 minutes before your start time, because that's when I'll do the race briefing. If you miss your race briefing, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to race. So please, please, please be prepared. It's 16 lengths of the 25-metre pool. You must count your own lengths, so please count your own lengths. It's probably going to be the most difficult time that you've counted up to 16. We will start you in the waves, how we start you. It will be clearly detailed on your race pack, whether you're first, second or third going off or fourth going off. We will make sure that you line up in the right way. So we'll start all blue hats, and then the second person to go might be all the yellow hats, etc., etc. So there we go. Once you've done your 16 lengths, the exit is the fire exit, which you will go down the steps into transition. You must walk at all times when you get out of the pool. If you're seen running, the marshal will stop you and will explain very, very slowly the dangers of running. So just walk, please. And when you go down those metal steps, they're very, very slippery. You must hold on to the banister whilst going down those steps. Tumble turns are not allowed. If you catch the person in front, tap on their foot and they will wait at the end for you to overtake. Do not overtake in the middle of the lane, please. Can't dive. You can't wear calf compression guards in the pool either, just your regular tri-suit with no coverings on your ankles or your calves. So this is my very dodgy picture of what transition looks like. So you will come out of the pool down those metal steps and you'll run along the grassed area and swim in. It's here. You'll do what you need to do in transition and then you will bike out of this way. Do what you do and then you bike in this way, run up to the top, in, and then it's run out. So all of the ins are at the top and all of the outs are at the out. So everybody does the same distance. Rule in transition, please make sure your helmet is done up before you touch your bike. So it's very, very simple. The first thing you do in transition is put your helmet on and do it up. And the last thing you do in transition when you come back in is take your helmet off. So the bike has to go back first and then you take your helmet off. Be aware of what's happening around you. Lots of comings and goings. So the bike course, it's a very easy bike course to follow. You must know roughly where you're going because that's another British Triathlon rule. You must be familiar with the course. So we've got a map on the website. There's a map here to familiarise yourself with it. You're responsible for your own safety. We've done things to make it safe as possible for you, but at the end of the day, you are responsible. The course is fully signed with big, large yellow arrows. So make sure you follow the big, large yellow arrows. At all of the junctions, there will be a marshal. So for example, this roundabout here, when you come over the main road, there'll be a marshal. And there'll be a marshal at the crossroads at Ipley Cross. There'll be a marshal at your left turn, it's Hatchet Lane. There will be also a marshal when you turn left into Bewley. This is all a straight road. And then at the roundabout coming back into Dibden, there will also be another marshal. So all of the course in the forest is marshalled. So only turn where the marshal tells you to turn, and there are signs. There are safety zones here as you cross over that main bypass and on the return. So the safety zone means you must listen to that marshal. If they tell you to stop, no questions asked, please stop. They're there for your safety. They will not stop cars, they will stop you. So no overtaking on that roundabout of other bikes. Just go careful. As soon as you're out of that safety zone, then you may ride quickly but safely. There is a compulsory stop, foot down. That is the Ipley Crossroads. So that is just if you go over the safety zone, you've got into the New Forest, maybe a kilometre or two in. It's your only crossroads that you go straight over. It's a mandatory stop for vehicles. It's the solid white line and then the stop sign, the red stop sign, you know, the regular highway stop sign. So you have to stop if you're driving a car, so you have to stop if you're cycling a bike. We'll also have two marshals there that will be monitoring. And if you're not stopped with your foot down, even though the road's clear, you will get a time penalty. So you must stop and put your foot down, even if the road is clear. Everybody, please. So the New Forest is stunning because it has wild animals. That means there'll be cattle grids. If it's raining, they will be very slippery. So take the cattle grid head on with confidence and go straight over it, please. Super, super careful. There will be donkeys, ponies, horses, pigs, all sorts of wonderful animals out on the road and in the middle of the road. So please take careful. They will not move for you. So keep your eyes up and watching all road users at all times. Please follow that highway code at all times. We've mentioned about drafting and we've mentioned about littering. No drafting and no littering, please. So I've put that on again, right to the top. You follow that highway code at all times. So the run, take care, please. Keep to the footpaths at all times. You will be directed by signs. So you come out of the transition area, you'll turn right and then right immediately down the footpath. And then you'll turn right onto Challenger Way and you follow it down. This is actually the bike course as well. I'm going in the opposite direction. So you'll see some cyclists go all the way down. Watch out for the petrol station, down to the end of the road, and it's right along Roman Road, and then it's right into the finish line. No littering at all, please, and just go careful. So the finish, you'll come into the finish, which is behind the leisure centre. We love finish photos like this rather than stopping our watches like that, but at the finish line, you will receive your finishers goodies and your medal. So keep going on through. We'll take your chip off you, we'll give you your finisher goodie, and we will give you your medal. There will also be fruit. First aid will be at the finish line as well. So there we go. We've spoke about presentations. They will happen with the last finisher, and the results will be online later that afternoon. The only thing for me to do is to wish you a great race. All the best.